Rare water spout on the ocean. Nah, this is just the people of Atlantis uploading their data. Gorillas at the zoo are becoming addicted to people showing them videos on their phone. A poacher harvesting the organs of a 3-story home. I think I need to stay off Facebook. It's been a whole year since my first love died. Damn, I miss you. Don't be telling people I'm dead. Sometimes it still feels like she'd be commenting on my posts. Dogs sometimes lie awake at night thinking about their problems. I'm sorry, what problems? My man has made 420 million and this is his drip. God level security. This password is already used by that guy. Try another. Another day has passed. I still haven't used y equals mx plus b. I use it to calculate the slope of my life going downhill. Arkansas's men arrested for taking turns shooting each other while wearing bulletproof vests after drinking. God forbid men have hobbies. Gen Z cancels LOL in favor of a new acronym. Do you think there's a group of high schoolers out there gaslighting the hell out of journalists by going up to them and just making stuff up? If I lose TikTok, how else am I supposed to get gems like this? Ain't no way. Bro ate my honey. Really, bro? Bro, I worked for that. It's so stupid that we know who this is. Guess my height, 4'3". Me sending my boyfriend good vibes so he beats the boss in his game. Yeah, so I found out yesterday he's been cheating on me for 2 months. Making a TikTok with my Discord mods. She is in danger. Jada says she never wanted to marry Will. Cried at horrible wedding. When will they stop interviewing this family? If you split the US in half and start a war, which side is winning? The right side's got Chicago, New York, and Florida. And you're asking who's winning. Why don't homeless people just try and rob a bank? If they're successful, then they're rich. And if they fail, they get free food and a bed. I got chased by a pit bull with a cigarette in his mouth. This is an uncomfortably specific number of horses. How many horses are in the world? What's the significance for this? It makes sense. I left Discord open overnight. Now I have a troll face burned into my monitor. Imagine explaining this to a historian in 60 years' time. People who sleep very late may die earlier, studies say. The entry in a "What would happen if the internet went down tomorrow" contest has been making me laugh since 2009. New York teen died for 3 minutes, says God had on Timberlands. I told my nephew he could eat half of my grapes. Super sushi. This is what sharks hope for when they bite into an undeceived fiber optic cable. Get yourself a girl who is always by your side. Brian, your favorite Disney princess, says a lot about you. What is that bitch saying about me? My dentist keeps texting me, thinking about those teeth. Haha, you brushing? 8-year-old Olivia has the only known case of that thing, where she does not feel pain, fear, or hunger. In 2016, she was hit by a car, dragged nearly 100 feet, and felt no pain. Bro, was a guy testing to see if she was serious or something. Bermuda Triangle before 2000s. After, I was told the Bermuda Triangle dragged every plane that flew over it down, and I believed it. Vegetarian, 80, alive. John Lennon, meat eater, 40, dead. The facts speak for themselves. I don't think a cheeseburger shot Lennon. Yo, this is my ER right now. I'm about to die. Yo, they made that forearm tattoo into a real thing. Wow, the first images from the Webb Space Telescope just leaked early. This is incredible. Me and my wife woke up at 2 a.m. and smelled food cooking. Our neighbor was so drunk that he mistook our backyard for his and started grilling a bunch of burgers. This was basketball at one time in our world. Yo, why the ref so dripped out? When she finds out you make 170k, you either loved or despised these cookies. There's no in between. People who hate these cookies just want attention. My husband, a grown man, has taken Friday off work so he can play his new video game for 24 hours straight. Spits mouthful of blood onto floor. You've become far more powerful since we last crossed paths. Dentist, please stop. There's literally a sink right next to you. If that glass breaks, humanity is doomed. So my dad's going to Vegas today, and this is what he decides to wear. I was going 70 and slammed on my brakes because this stupid squirrel sprinted across the highway, but I realized he was the homie because ahead there was a cop and I would have gotten a ticket. Some heroes have capes, others have tails. I have found my church, Cheese Cathedral. One thing about undercover cops is that they will dress like John Cena. I am very sad. Real, simple, fried fish tacos. Breaking, Beyonce was chased by a camel after her concert in Dubai. Guys, I don't know how much longer I can pretend to know what engineers do. Like, I genuinely have no clue what engineering even means. My dad is an engineer, he just goes to work and comes back. I don't know. Imagine Dragons at recent show. This band doesn't have one song where he needs to be doing all of this. Please stop wearing Harley Davidson shirts if you don't even listen to him. One of these people is regarded as one of the most attractive in the world, and the other as one of the least. But for one brief, shining moment, they looked exactly alike. This lady was celebrating her birthday at a restaurant all by herself. When the staff and other diners saw she was alone, they all came together to celebrate with her. 21 years ago, I was born in a hospital. 3 years later, the woman who had me gave birth again in the same hospital. The baby that was born turned out to be my sister, and and the woman who gave birth is my mother. Harvard hung up. She said no, so I said screw it, you drip. Tonight's main story. My outfit looks like a peepee. More at 11. Today, my ex celebrates his 1-year anniversary with his new girlfriend. We broke up 10 months ago. You don't buy shoes barefoot. Same feeling, bro. The sun will rise and we will cry again. Try. I got an opportunity to take a contract making $125 an hour, but I have to live in Oregon for a year. What is in Oregon? $125 an hour. How did you add clouds to the background? That's the sky. We were outside. Woman with 9 months left to live asks husband if she can sleep with ex just one last time. She's leaving me because I don't understand her and how she wants. Now she's flying 2,000 miles to go with a fake man I created on Tinder. That's boss game right there. The most dangerous kind of canos of all canos. I'm gonna pronounce it like that now. How do you say I miss you without sounding desperate? I miss you if you want. Sorry, I asked to see your feet. Want to get sushi later. You must have got off the wrong foot. Stop interrupting women. Sir David Attenborough. If left uninterrupted, the human female will talk herself into insanity and surely end up alone collecting cats with blue hair. If I heard the Mario coin sound whenever I completed a task, maybe I would accomplish more. I was wondering if Spider-Man's spider sense is based on an actual thing spiders can do, so I googled, can spiders sense danger? And the National Wildlife Federation treated me like the idiot I am. It's 1925. I'm leaning against the lamppost on the lookout for people who are looking for trouble. I start flipping a quarter. I catch her eye. I fumble the quarter and it rolls into a sewer gate. I have lost the equivalent of $30,000. New York isn't real. I just saw 2 women kissing on a crowded train and a guy looked at them and said, y'all can't do that at home. He got some weird looks and so he felt the need to clarify to everyone, I'm not a homophobe, just a hater. You can't spell hero without her. You can't spell her without he. Who would the funniest creator award go to? Only me. Update. After review, we determined that activity in your account violated our community guidelines. Every time an actor does an interview about how they gained weight for a role, they're like, honestly, I just ate absolutely nasty, disgusting garbage for a month straight. And then they go on to describe my normal diet that I've been eating for 31 years. Not to be a complainer, but if dogs can have treats to clean their teeth, why can't we? A customer told me they were never coming back, how they advertised the chair versus how I used the chair. I told a customer good morning and he said, time means nothing to me. He's the only person I've ever respected. Me consuming 5 different forms of media at the same time, so I can minimize the chances of a thought occurring. I cooked dinner for my girlfriend last night, and I thought I did a good job until we were watching videos on her phone and a text from her mum popped up that said, I'm sure he tried his best, just eat it. Finals week summed up so far. Okay, but these are 2 different answers. Americans trying to name this country challenge impossible. One of the smartest things a Gen Z told me was never to explain a TikTok, meme, joke, or anything you saw on the internet to someone in real life. The payoff is small, the task is impossible, and is old person behavior. Setting up our Christmas tree, but it's made out of deer antlers. Had the audacity to say no animals were harmed, as if the antlers just fell out painlessly. Okay, hear me out. A reality show where billionaire CEOs have to live off their lowest paid employee's salary for a month. Chair.exe has stopped working. My boyfriend paid for my 2K tuition payment a couple of months ago because I was broke, and I just tried to pay him back, and this boy really said, no, it's okay. Remember that one time you paid for Chipotle when I forgot my wallet? Like, in no way, what does that equal at all? I remember the first time I asked my dad to sign something for me in high school. He shook his head and said, if I sign this, you're going to have to learn how to forge my signature. If you sign it from the start, you'll be able to sign whatever you want and they will never know. Apocalyptic setting with overgrowing vegetation. Someone just called my son gay on Xbox and he responded, I'm straighter than the pole your mum dances on. I'm not intervening. The biggest plot twist since The Sixth Sense. Hi Phil, you are not one of our customers. Your wife is one of our competitors' close friends. Why review us 1 star when you have never been? Also, you passed away 2 years ago, Phil. My 7-month-old daughter said, Mummy, you're single. I understand how hard it is for you to do things on your own sometimes. I love you. Please let me pump for you. It's the least I could do. Grateful for her. Nobody is putting gargoyles on buildings anymore. It can't be that much more expensive to slap a gargoyle up there. We used to be a proper world. All the multimillionaires, CEOs, meet at an underground lair on Sundays to discuss how they can make society worse for everybody except them. Look at what's in my English classroom. Books out for Harambe. A girl with long, gorgeous hair walked into the salon and told them to cut it all off and dye it blonde. Her phone has been ringing since she arrived. She hasn't checked it once. She's moved on. She's in her villain era now. I will never get tired of sending random messages like this to random numbers. It's done. From this moment forward, we don't know each other. Sorry, who is this? Very good. Can you explain this gap in your resume? Yeah, that was when I felt joy for the only time in my adult life. Sorry, I can't do that 5-minute task. I have an appointment in 3 hours and I'm busy being anxious about it. The creator of Bum Fights video series on his show to confront about exploiting vulnerable people for financial gain, only for him to show up dressed as Dr. Phil and point out that he does the same thing. People getting catfished be dumb as hell. How the hell do you think you're talking to Chris Brown? What is my age if I was born in 1999? I was born in 1999. My age is 34 years. What the hell? I was born in 95 and my age is 25. That is your personal problem. Animals really be single mums of 6 to 8 just holding it down daily. Like, girl, what? To watch Oppenheimer, you need to understand geopolitics, modern physics, astronomy, needs to have and to watch Barbie, you just need to have a girl to go with. So, watching Oppenheimer is much easier. Please let me die. Meet your 8th owner. Sheesh, that looks so fire. 9k was a steal. Day 1 of my zero waste journey. Use my pasta water from breakfast to make my coffee. Is it good? No. University of California, Santa Barbara has developed a robotic worm that can swim through sand. Got stuck in a conversation with some wealthy people and a guy asked me how my investments were. Told him both avocados should be ripe by tomorrow. My dog, who doesn't understand, he's begging for boiling water that's on the stove. You know the situation is bad when your dad is watching the news like this. Just once, I want the opportunity to dramatically swipe everything off a table to make room for a giant map that I will use to explain the plan. Having a kid sounds stressful. Like, how do you make sure they have just enough childhood trauma so that they will turn out funny? Me, hi, can I get an ice cream cone please? McDonald's worker, are you in the right headspace to receive information that could possibly hurt you? If the Great Depression was so great, why doesn't it have a sequel? Ah shit, my bad. Me explaining that the weird, artsy loner usually gets the girl in movies instead of the jock, simply because many movies are written by weird, artsy loners. He's so androgynous. Well, that's pretty much what happened. I just ate a burger where the buns were grilled cheese sandwiches. At my funeral, throw the flower bouquet into the crowd of guests to see who was next. Bows were invented in 5000 BC, soldiers in 499 BC. Bad meme, how could they use bows a year before they were invented? Study and research more before speaking ignorant. Her, he's probably out cheating. Me and the boys. Me, stepping foot into a forest with literally any sort of running water in it. Controversial, but if I work a full-time job, I should be able to live in a 1-bedroom apartment by myself and not starve myself to make rent. Every Adam Sandler movie. Adam Sandler, the girl who falls completely in love with him. Do you like Squidward? Yes. Then you gotta check out the show SpongeBob SquarePants. He's in it. If you're cremated after you die, you can be put into an hourglass and continue to participate in family game night. That mini heart attack when you can't fill one of these in your pocket. Not eating all day so that you can get drunk off 2 beers. It's called financial health. Look it up, idiot. Honestly, I'm not really freaked out by the UFO sightings. Like, what are they going to do? Take over and make everyone work themselves to death. Not give us healthcare again. Make the planet unlivable. Been there, done that. Optimist, the glass is half full. Pessimist, the glass is half empty. XL, the glass is January 2nd. This morning, my dad was at work and I saw my mum watching their show. She swore me to secrecy. Later, when she was running errands, I caught my dad doing the same thing. That night, they both watched the same show again, pretending like neither of them watched it. When your boss hits you up on your day off, hey, nope, already drinking. At 10 a.m., I cannot decide if I should close my eyes or leave them open when the dentist is working on my teeth. Both feel dramatic. Guitar players, the show must go on. Singers, I think I felt a tickle in my throat. Cancel the entire tour. Oh, this place is haunted. This could be the biggest downgrade. Nobody could change my mind. It just repeatedly kept getting worse. My dad is 46 and got 2 brothers that are 2 and 3 years old. These toddlers are my fucking uncles. The hell is my grandpa on? When the US finds out Van Gogh made his paintings with oil, the perfect 90s clock doesn't exist. I don't have red flags. I have fun facts. Why don't grocery stores participate in Black Friday? I don't need 20% off a flat screen. Give me half price Tide Pods and $1 coffee creamers, and then you better believe I'll be at the doors at 3 a.m. Hanging with your boys on a wire must be so fire for a bird. The fact that Elvis was drafted into the military at the height of his stardom is so crazy to me. Like, imagine you're in the middle of a war and you hear someone shout, "Cover me," and it's Beyonce. Culinary school students to be like, bruh, I got spaghetti, do it too. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even match us. Too many of you have strayed from these core tenets you can use the internet for: sports scores, chatting with women, taxes, football scores, chatting with men about football, Egyptian literature, sending electronic mail. Weak aura, I am at peace and in charge of my own destiny. Strong aura, fuck it, we ball. My dad once complained about coming home from a long day at work and having to eat on a paper plate, so my mom served him dinner in a solo cup. The next day we all ate like we didn't notice. My 6-year-old niece walked into my bedroom last night bed. Is this your bedroom? Yes. Where does Uncle Skylar sleep? Prepared to explain gay people exist. He sleeps here too. I meant, what side of the bed? Oh, that side. He has a lot more pillows than you. I just finished Max Payne. Recommend me similar games. Max Payne 2. Has anyone told you that you have a weird shaped head? Okay. I asked a question. I did not make a statement. You assumed I think that you have a weird shaped head, but I don't. Our minds be our own enemy sometimes. You're beautiful. Be me. Walking around downtown Chicago. Find a flash drive. Take it home and boot it up on my laptop. One folder on it. Named mf.xex. Open it. Filled with hundreds of pictures of Morgan Freeman. Picture for reference. He cheated on me, so I threw his mum's ashes in the river. Just went out wearing my 1920s clothing and heard a girl ask her mum if I was a ghost, to which her mum replied, no, I think that's just a lesbian. Women choosing deodorant versus men. When girls press their whole body against you when they hug you, it also means they like you a lot. Also, they're measuring your body to determine how long it will take for them to eat you. A technique shared by a boa constrictors. I do the opposite of gatekeeping. You will be forced to like my interests. You will listen. I love the sound cats make when you touch them when they're not expecting it. You know the one I mean. The activation noise. Your Honor, my client doesn't like jail. One time, my college roommate was having a guy over and was sitting there wearing Grinch pajamas, glasses, retainers, no makeup, and she goes, you gotta weed them out early by being your ugliest right off the bat. They're now married with 2 kids. Still find it crazy that the Japanese can write a better American villain that literally only appears out of nowhere for the last hour of the game than most American devs or writers can. In Iraq, in the book market, books remain in the street at night because Iraqis say the reader does not steal and the thief does not read. The group chat kept making fun of me for saying a Skyrim meal last night. Yes, a wheel of cheese was involved. Whatever. Someday he's gonna stop posting videos and we're all gonna know why. I offer my kids $500 for every A on their report card. It sends the message that education is a top priority in our household, and it costs me absolutely nothing since my kids aren't that smart. Why do babies cry when they are tired? Like, just go to sleep, bro. No one is stopping you. This cretin has been dropping sticks down our chimney for weeks, and today he finally accidentally dropped himself. This is the face of someone who knows they've been had. I cannot wait to have my own house and decorate it the way I want. Then you get a house and realize rugs cost $200. Leaves Barbie Land to have a better life. Becomes a driver. Since he's artificial, he can live forever. Year 2049. Becomes Officer K. K equals Ken. The timeline is complete. When he smashed a wedding cake on my face and ruined my $1,600 bridal makeup, but actually ended up saving me $50K in divorce fees by showing how little he respected me. Nice and early so I could still qualify for an annulment. I left our reception venue without saying a word and filed the paperwork in the Uber home. Having to call the judge Your Honor is so cringy and dumb. Your Honor, I mean, give me a fucking break, dude. What else do you want me to call you? Your Highness? Do you want me to fondle while I've seriously seen courtrooms where they will say, sir, and the judge will be like, it's Your Honor, young man. Fuck off. How much of an egoist have you got to be to care about some medieval ass title? I messed up a job interview so bad today. They asked me why I wanted to work at this fast food restaurant, and I blanked and said that when I was little, I liked their fries and wanted to be the French fry queen. I got the job.